Hi, this is a quick video addendum to the release version of Pressure. I'm just gonna use this as a way to inform you all of the changes, including new monsters and the like. It's gonna be a bit lighter on the editing and way less serious, but I hope you enjoy regardless. I also want to apologize for taking so long on the video. I was busy with a challenge run for a different game. Here, let me show you a clip. This is how you break a man.
I came back.
Fuck. Let's start by covering the changes to existing enemies first. Starting off with Angler, all of his variations got new sound design to better differentiate them. Some very cool stuff. Otherwise not much has changed, they all still act the same, slight visual changes here and there though. Going over to Eyefestation, the voice lines that I showed it having actually make sense now. It's mimicking the voice of Urban Shade HQ, who instructs you on your objectives in the full release. Also, now when you anger Eyefestation, it's gonna stay angered until the end of the game, so be really careful about doing that. You can also anger it even further, which will give you even bangier music, and also make its encounters ridiculously difficult, so maybe don't. Pandemonium, I'm pretty sure, got a slight change to its gameplay. You can actually avoid it now without triggering the QuickTime event if you hide in a really good spot preemptively. You get a funny little achievement for that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm gonna die. Oh, this is where I die. Did you see that shit? What the f- Okay, little side tangent. The game got way more references to Ultra Kill now for some reason. I mean, like, I get it, it's a great game, but it does feel a bit on the nose sometimes. Anyways, that's all the monster changes I am aware of, or the only ones that matter. Now let's go on to completely new monsters. First off, we have the Wall Dweller, a really scary filth-looking guy. There's your second Ultra Kill reference so far. He hides inside of a wall shaped specifically like him, Junji Ito style. You can slightly see his silhouette in the wall if you're attentive enough, but the front of his body mostly blends in with it. Once you pass his room, he will emerge from the wall, stepping around loudly, and target a random player to instantly kill them. You can scare him off no problem if you just look at him, but he might come back a couple times. Apparently he can die from Angler, at which point you can eat him. There's no reason to do that, you'll just start taking poison damage until you die or heal, and that's it. Technically, Z779 with speakers isn't a new monster, but it's such a completely new mechanic that I'll cover it here. So, during the endgame, Z779, the little virus thing that fools you into opening the good people door, could start playing weird music through the speakers. If you get too close to them, the detonation collar, or whatever Urban Shade put on you, will malfunction and start counting down. You can reset this timer by just staying out of the speaker's range. It's a bit annoying, but more than manageable. Now, onto the big bad boss guy. The Spotlight is the biggest enemy in the game, and only appears during the two scripted events, in the middle of the game, and after the end game, as a final boss. Its mechanics are very simple. You have to avoid being seen by the big lights it produces, or get swooped up. You avoid it by hiding under anything the game gives you. You can even hide under a pallet that's lifted up by a forklift. From what I could tell, there's a small grace period between you being lit up and you being killed, so it's not that punishing really. In both encounters with the Spotlight, you have to fix several broken electrical components to progress. You do that by completing a QuickTime event that's like a cursor spinning around a circle. Simple stuff really. In the mid-game, you have to fix 6 generators, after which you can just go on to the big gate and continue with your game. Whereas in the open sea, you have to— oh my god, it's literally just Heaven Pierce her bar for bar! In the open sea, you have to fix wires for the defense cannon. Once you do that, you have to get to the very center of the area, where there's a big artificial hole, and pull the switch in there. Then go all the way back to the airlock you came from. As you fix more wires, additional spotlights will show up to 3. And when you've almost reached the airlock, one of them will hover above you and block your way with its lights. What you have to do here is calculate where you can pass between them unnoticed. You can't go above or around them because there are leeches above the trenches. After that, Ta-da! Congratulations! You get to watch Lucy the Big Robot Excavator crush one of the spotlights and escape through a submarine. Alright, that seems to be it. Oh, hold on, folks. It seems we've got an update, an emergency update. Or, not really that much of an emergency, since it took me ages to make this fucking video. But we've got even more monster changes per the new Friendly Fire update. Alright, so I was going to try and save this for last, but this one keeps getting in the way of my footage and it's really annoying, so I guess I'll talk about it now. The limited time imaginary friend, designated Z432, is an incorporeal being that appears when you interact with an anomalous toy remote, randomly found in the facility.
Thank you for using our limited time imaginary friend remote.
Huh?
We hope you enjoy the next 2 days with your very own real, not so imaginary friend. Hey.
Huh? What the f? This red squiddle looking gal just kinda stands there, seemingly ingrained in your vision more than actually existing in reality, since you can see her through walls and her position relative to yours is always the same. Every now and then, she will say something usually innocent, except for when she decides to gaslight you instead. Stop fucking gaslighting me, please, I beg of you. Imfriend is voiced by S.J. Harris, a Swedish-British voice actress? I don't know, she says she's British everywhere, but then her Twitter account has like a Swedish flag. Anyways, I like her voice a lot. It's very calming. When she isn't trying to gaslight you. Do I have to crouch under it?
What's that noise?
Oh my god, please! By the way, Imfriend does not disappear once you summon her. You're just gonna have to tolerate/enjoy her company up until you either beat the game or die. Now onto the actual meat of the update. Z779 got a proper name, as well as a cool new makeover. The Painter, as he is now called, talks a lot more, has an actual physical location and heavy containment, and can now operate turrets that were originally installed for defending personnel. This time around though, they are trained on you, and you have to avoid their line of sight or risk getting riddled with bullets.
What's that noise?
Got tired, bitch? Oh, it's reloading! If you're not in the ridge, that being the endgame location, you can turn the turrets off with a switch somewhere in their room, much to the Painter's dismay. Occasionally, Painter will also take a page out of Eyefestation's book and transmit fake HQ voice lines. He'll also just straight up collaborate with Eyefestation, locking you in a room with it for 15 seconds. If you try to be cheeky and just avoid its eyesight, the timer will pause, so you are forced to expose yourself to it for the entire duration. Alright, let's get back into passive monsters. Sebastian can now knock your shit in if you annoy him too much with flash beacons. And if you annoy him even more, he will actually pull out a fucking shotgun and shoot you. So don't do that. There's also living statue things, but they're harmless. And I didn't even see them, so it's nothing, probably. Alright, that's all of the changes to monsters I've noticed during my playthroughs of the release version of Pressure and the Friendly Fire update. Like and subscribe, I guess? Again, no promises that I'll make something like this anymore, but stick around if you want... What's that? What? Oh, for the love of God!
I hear music.
That was some fucking music, girl.